Hi guys, quick look at the sort of classic radio from the late 70s, early 80s, late 70s I believe. It was the Cobra 148GTL-DX, built by, I don't think it was Dynascan, I think it was Uniden that built these radios. Okay, so a couple of the features, and a quick look on it, bit of a power test. I'll just get my chart out here. So the radio goes from low block, which is 26.515 megahertz, to high block, so low, mid, high. High block goes to, that's the lowest, and the highest is 27.855. That's high block. So it's low, mid, high, 3 blocks of 40 channels. There's no alpha channels or anything like that. There's no 10 kc split. You can get about 5 kc on the course there. Just got the Watson frequency counter here just to check what that kc shift actually does do. I'm not sure it'll pick it up because we're into a dummy load. Oh, it does, yeah. Okay, so that's on 27.205 there. Let's just see what the kc shift actually does then. So all the way counterclockwise, anti-clockwise. And that does, yes, so it'll move it 27, yeah, so it'll move it 5 kcs either way. I believe transmits the same as receives, so should be pretty much in line. Let's just check on the upper. Yep, so the kc shift there moves it approximately 5 kilohertz either way, up or down. So you can't get the sort of split alpha channels, but you can get the zeros, the frequencies that end in 0 on it. Okay, so let's just have a quick look at the power output then. So it doesn't matter what block room, we're on a 20-25 watt dummy load here. So quick look on the power output. So oops, that's forward. So reflected, there's no power reflected because it's a dummy load. Signal meter goes up to just before the red there, the RF, which is good because it isn't turned up to the maximum. Like some people turn these up to the maximum. Let's just check the power there. So on FM, it's doing, this meter's a little bit, needs a little bit of a tap sometimes, don't use it very often. Okay, so there you go, so it's 5 watts there, so it's 5 watts into a dummy load on FM. As I say, it's just under the red scale on the RF meter there. If you can see the RF meter there, it's just just beneath the red there, which means it probably could do about 8, 9, perhaps even 10 watts maxed out. I think they do 8, 9 or 10 watts there, maxed out. But standard's about 4 or 5 watts there. It shouldn't make a difference on the frequency because it's into a dummy load, so no, it's 5 watts either way. A bit more on the higher frequency, but so that's just the way the radio works. Dummy loud, nice and cool. Okay, so let's just check. Carrier wave, yep. Oh, continuous wave. Okay, so let's put it into PP mode. Drop the scale. No, it doesn't transmit anything on CW. I don't think these radios were made for CW in particular. I think there was a bit of a gimmick on them, to be honest. It's probably a bit more of a narrow filter. Yeah. I'd say the filter, the receive filter, might be a bit narrower on CW. It's not really made for transmitting. It does less than a watt apparently, so I couldn't get it to show up any more than that on a better meter either. So okay, so moving on to AM then. Okay, so we got a nice 5 watt dead key there. And apologies for the whistling, but we go up to about 10 watts there. 10 or 11 watts, and the scale was just into the red a little bit. Obviously that's not going to hurt because it's not sort of the average scale, I believe that red's for, so dipping into the red won't hurt. So you've got a 5 watt dead key and about a 10 or 11 watts swing on AM. Let's move to USB. I'll check LSB as well, should be the same there. No carrier, obviously. Audio, 1, 2. So you're talking a PEP of about 15 watts there on sideband. Just check low, should be exactly the same. Yeah, so I would say it would do about 18, maybe even 20 watts if you flat out max out the internals there, the little pot that adjusts the transmission power on the various modes. I think you can get them to do about 10 watts on FM and about 20 on SSB, but I'll just leave them alone, and probably about 20 swing on AM, but it's best just to leave them sort of factory set. I believe these are around the factory set, if not anything a little bit too high on sideband there, but I never transmit anyway, so I need to dummy load. Let's just check the temperature of that. No, it's still freezing cold. Okay, so I'm going to rip the dummy load out, stick that antenna in, you can see at the back there, and give some receive tests. Just a quick thing before we stick the antenna in, I just want to do a little audio test. Audio 1 2, audio 1 2, audio check 1 2 3 1 2, audio check 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. And you can hear the Roger beep at the end there. Hear the Roger beep at the end. That was a standard again. It's all standard. The channel 9 goes to channel 9. Doesn't matter what block you're on. The tone, high and low, I'll show you that on receive in a second, as well as the noise blank stroke automatic noise limiter on the AM mode. And I'll show you what these are now. Actually, most people obviously know what they are, but we'll just have a quick look. We'll also have a look at the current it's running, the max current it's pulling. So this is the old-fashioned just calibrate it there, and SWR will be obviously nothing. They actually read a little bit high, these do. I don't know why. You can probably adjust it inside again, but there's no real need. No one's going to use that as a serious SWR meter. Let's just check it on the Revex. No, it's fine. Yeah, it's really low, as you'd expect. I mean, it's actually into a dummy load, like I said, so it's not going to hurt anything. The SWR should be 1-to-1, which it is almost. Okay, I'll have a quick look at the current draw here. So I'll just move this over to my trusty little meter there. So you're talking about, so receives about 0.35 and transmits about, so it's a couple of amps. It's a couple of, just over 2 amps on transmit. On FM. On CW, I don't think it'll be anything. Yeah, that's how little power it's doing there. Let's just try AM. It won't pick up the PEP there, the power meter won't, so it's doing about, again, a couple of amps. And SSB, finally. Sorry, I think that's actually... I've got it on AM there. Sorry, this is AM. It won't pick it up. I say it's a couple of amps. It's not quick enough to pick up the peak envelope power. This is sideband now. So about just over 2.5 amps there. Just under 2.5 amps, sorry. Okay, so let's just check out the receive now. See if we can get some signals on. Just plug that antenna in. Right, here we go then. So, onto the receiver things. Mid block. Oh, yep, the antenna's plugged in there, yeah. Nothing. Low block, I don't really expect anything on low block. And then over to high block, which is probably where we'll catch the end of the UK40, sorry, the start of the UK40. And the infamous 27555 here. Yes, that's 27555. And it's dead, but let's just listen to some of the features, the receive features. So, tone, high and low. Makes quite a bit of difference. Channel 9 goes to channel 9. A&L actually works really, really well on these radios. The noise blanker, stroke automatic noise limiter. Really, really works well on these radios. It actually does a little bit on, I think the automatic noise limiter is for sideband and the noise blankers for AM. I think that's the way it works, I'm not sure, but obviously the AM noise blanker or automatic noise limiter is a lot better than the sideband. Okay, so there's nothing on. I'll see if I can get some FM signals a bit further up. I think that's about channel 1 there on the UK 40. Is it that way? Ish. Everything's so smooth on these old radios. It's all analog controls and it's really, really smooth. There's not even anything on the infamous channel 19 there, which is odd. So there's nothing on today. Really is quite flat today. Mind you, it is lunchtime, so perhaps people are having lunch. Okay, guys, that's it. Just a quick look at these radios, how they perform. Obviously, they're quite old radios now, so you can't expect them to work miracles. This one's in quite good condition. If you look at some of these old radios, you can see the face here starts patinaing a little bit. I don't know what it is. It's sort of like wear and tear, little pits on it. It doesn't feel like pits, but it looks like it. And also the bezels get knocked around. There's a chip on this one in the bottom right hand corner to me, and the channel selector there has also got a, I don't know how that's happened. It really is quite a bad a bit of a notch on it, head of it, but I don't understand how that got there. And obviously there's a little slight bubble there, but otherwise this radio is in about 8 out of 10 condition and it works perfectly. And it also transmits and receives really well when there's something on to actually listen to. Have I just been through the wrong band? Yeah, I think I just went to the wrong band, didn't I? Okay, so we should have been on high block then. This is actually the UK 40 now. Okay, let's just have a listen then. Should be about channel 1, so you can pick up the first part of the you can just about pick up the first part of the UK 40 with the KC shift turned to the left and using high block. It's still not very busy though, and that's where we run out of space there. We can go one channel up because we can move 10 KCs across from minus to plus, obviously. We can get one more channel out of it. No, okay. So there's obviously not a lot on. It's pretty flat, to be honest. So there you go, quick look at the radio. The controls from left to right on the rotaries would be volume, squelch, and the outer mic gain, RF gain, SWR calibrate, low, mid, high, block selector, band selector, continuous wave or carrier wave, FM, AM, USB, LSB, fine and coarse tune there. As discussed, this moves it about 5 kcs either way. The fine tune, I'm not sure, to be honest. I think it's 1 or 2 either way, on receive only, obviously. So this radio is in nice condition, and the main thing is what I like about this radio is if you can get one in an unmolested condition, it's well worth it, and I wouldn't bother tarting it up, so to speak. I'd leave them standard if they're in 8 out of 10 condition-ish. Okay guys, that's it. Just a quick look there at the old Cobra 148GTL-DX. Thanks for watching.